Sedgemoor District Council. Today, obviously, is Thursday, the 3rd of December. I'd just like to give a special welcome to those international viewers and listeners that I'm told that we have from throughout the world, and no doubt they'll be listening to this on playback at some time in the future. So, without further ado, over to Andrew.
Thank you very much, Leader. Good morning, members, and welcome to the Executive on the 3rd of December. Just to let everybody know, as the Leader explained at the start, this meeting is being recorded, and a recording will be available on the Council's YouTube channel within the next couple of days. I'm just going to say that if there are any technical problems today, we'll ask the Leader just to adjourn the meeting for a short period, just that we can recover systems. But hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will go swimmingly today. And I could just remind members that during the meeting, if you do need to attract the attention of the Leader, if you could use the chat facility, which you can access by clicking on the speech bubble at the top right-hand side of your screen. And the format for today's meeting will be as per the agenda. I'll now hand back to the Leader of Council. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew. You must forgive me this morning. My fingers are operating a little slowly on the mute button, but they're still working, albeit slowly. I'm just now going to go around the executive and ask each member of the executive who is taking part in the meeting today to confirm that they can see and hear everything that's going on at the moment. So I'll start with myself, and I can certainly see and hear most things at the moment. Councillor Slocum.
Thank you, Leader. Good morning. Councillor Jill Slocum, Deputy Leader and Portfolio Holder for Inward Investment and Growth. And yes, I can see and hear everything.
Thank you. Councillor Mike Caswell.
Good morning, everybody. Councillor Mike Caswell, Portfolio Holder for Infrastructure and Transport. I can clearly see and hear everything.
And do we have Councillor Lance Duddridge here, please?
You do, Leader. Councillor Lance Duddridge, Portfolio Holder for Customer Access and Digital Delivery, and I can see and hear everything perfectly.
Thank you. Councillor Andrew Gilling.
Thank you, Leader. Councillor Andrew Gilling here, Portfolio Holder for Housing, and I can see and hear everything clearly. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Mark Healy.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Mark Healy, Portfolio Holder for Commercial and Asset Management. I can clearly see and hear everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Janet Keane.
Good morning, everyone. Councillor Janet Keane, Portfolio Holder for Communities and Wellbeing. I confirm I can see and hear everybody and everything said.
Thank you. I'm now going to go to SLT officers who are here today taking part in or observing the meeting to introduce themselves, and I'll start with the Chief Executive. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Alison Griffin, Chief Executive, and I can confirm I can see and hear everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Brown.
Good morning, everyone. Bob Brown, Strategic Director. I can confirm that I can see and hear everything.
Mr. Bamsey.
Good morning, Doug Bamsey, Strategic Director. I confirm I can see and hear everything.
Thank you. Mrs. Wellman.
Good morning, Melanie Wellman, Assistant Director, Legal and Governance Monitoring Officer, and I can confirm I can see and hear everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Turner.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alison Turner, Assistant Director, Finance and Property and Section 151 Officer. I can confirm I can see and hear everybody.
Thank you. Claire Fawn.
Hi, Claire Fawn, Corporate Relations Manager. I confirm I can see and hear everything. Thank you.
Okay. Who else have we got here now? Steve Taylor.
Good morning, Leader. I'm Steve Taylor, Democratic Services, and I can see and hear everything. Thank you.
Thank you. We got Joe Hutchins.
Morning, everyone. I'm Joe Hutchins. I'm Procurement Officer here, just observing, and I can see and hear everything.
Thank you. And we got Dawn Lehman.
Morning, Leader. My name is Dawn Lehman, Legal Services. I can confirm I can hear and see you, and I am observing. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think we're joined this morning by Amanda Collier.
That's right. I'm Amanda Collier. I'm EA to Alison Griffin and Bob Brown, and I'm here to observe.
Thank you. Very special welcome to you this morning.
Thank you.
Mr. Hewish.
Yes,
Are you
Andrew
there?
Mel. Yes, Andrew Mel Hewish, Democratic Services lead today, and I can see and hear everything loud and clear. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're joined by opposition leaders, Councillor Bill Revans and Councillor Brian Smedley. Welcome to them as well. I think that's about it, isn't it, Andrew? I think we've got everybody.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, we'll start the meeting agenda. Any apologies?
There are no apologies today.
Thank you. Item number 2, declarations of interest. Are there any declarations of interest? No. Right.
Leader, may I come in? Members of
certainly.
Somerset County Council may wish to declare a personal interest only.
I think on that advice then, will members of Somerset County Council declare a personal interest?
Yes, yes, Leader. Councillor Mike Caswell, I'll declare a personal interest.
And if I may, Leader, through you, I also like to declare personal interest. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, good. Urgent business, I have none, but I will just say at this point for the record that you will have had circulated a letter from the County Council that came in late last night and a response to that letter. It's for you to read and inwardly digest, but I don't plan to make any comments.
Yes, I can't do now. Yes.
Thank you, Andrew. I don't plan to
just
make.
Yeah.
Andrew, if you could mute yourself, thank you. I don't plan to make any comment upon it today. It's ultimately, as we know, the decision will be made by the Secretary of State, and no doubt he will have copies of the letter and the rebuttal and will make a judgment upon it himself. Thank you. Right, moving forward, public speaking. We have no members of the public to speak. Thank you. Item 5 then, Stronger Somerset proposals. Members will have previously seen the circulated business case. We've had a number of member briefings and discussions on this. I'd just like to thank members for all their input as we've gone through this process that brings us to the point here today where I believe we can adopt the, I think it's 7 recommendations that are before us today, one of which will be to ask the full council meeting, special full council this afternoon, to endorse the submission of the Stronger Somerset business proposal for reform of local government, including the creation of 2 unitary councils within Somerset, to the Secretary of State for his decision. Chief Executive.
Thank you, Leader, members. I'm just trying to get my video to work. It's obviously on your side. It doesn't want to show me to you. Yes, thank you for that introduction, and thank you, members, for those of you that have been able to attend previous briefings on this subject. Hopefully the report is fairly self-explanatory. While I accept the business case is quite a chunky document, I'd just like to confirm that since we presented the outline business case, an immense amount of work has been undertaken by the programme team that's been made up of senior officers from across the districts in Somerset, and some of you will have met the work stream leads who presented on Friday. I think it's fair to say that that work has also included a considerable amount of engagement with experts and interested parties in the various work streams that make up the business case. And we have taken on board a number of comments that has made us make some changes to the original proposals, which you will see in the various sections. We had previously questions on the Children's Trust. You'll see that's changed as a result of consultation. And there have been some other amendments made to other sections, such as the adult social care and enabling services. And a lot of that has been based on the expert advice that we've had from the consultants we've engaged, who have brought a huge amount of knowledge to the team, and I'm really grateful for that. As you might imagine, because there have been some changes that have come through the business case for the proposal that hopefully will be approved today, that has had an effect on the financial projections, but it's also fair to say there that those actually are a positive impact. So the changes have been made to the financial projections based on any of the proposals in the case, but as I say, there is no disbenefit from that, so that's very positive as well. There's nothing much more I really want to say. As I said, we had a very full presentation on Friday, and we will have the workstream leads available again this afternoon if members and wider members of council wish to have any further clarification on any of the work that's been done. But I'd just like to commend the work that's before you, and more than happy to take any questions, as will my colleagues be as well.
Thank you. And as I say, just reiterate what the Chief Executive said, there will be a short presentation this afternoon for those members who missed the previous presentations, to make sure it's all encompassing. And no doubt there will be considerable debate at that full council meeting this afternoon. But in the meantime, do we have anyone from the council who wishes to make comment or say anything at the moment? I should, I suppose, actually move the recommendation to allow debate to take place.
I'm happy to second that, Leader.
Thank you. So it's been moved and seconded. Any members of council wish to make any comment at this stage? Any members of the executive wish to make any comment? Oh, Councillor Smedley.
Yeah, thank you. I don't want to make too much comment, just want to make it clear that we support this position, but we don't agree with the One Somerset case at all, and we're pleased that Sedgemoor has taken this line, addressed those key issues that some of our members were concerned with, and we will be supporting this today. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Evans.
Thank you very much, and likewise, huge thanks to the officers who worked on this and everybody who's gone towards contributing to this. I remember we looked at it in great detail at scrutiny, and I note that we were seeing changes to the children's aspects, which was something that we picked up in scrutiny. I wonder what other aspects have been changed as a result of the debate and discussion and recommendations that came out of the scrutiny, please. Thank you.
Chief Exec, can you shed a bit more light on that? I mean, there have been quite a number of changes, and it's quite difficult to list them all, but perhaps the main areas of change would be helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, I apologise. I don't have the scrutiny notes in front of me, so I'm speaking blind to some extent. I mean, one of the key changes, as I mentioned just a moment ago, and Councillor Evans referred to, the move away from a children's trust to an alternative delivery company. No, company's not the right word. An alternative delivery mechanism. Model, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you very much. Because of the negative connotations on children's trusts, and that would be wholly owned by the partner authorities, and they would obviously be driving that model to ensure that the right service is developed. So I think that's a very positive change. On the adult social care, there was originally, I think it was suggested that there would be one director of adult, one DAS, and now that is proposed that there would be two in each of the unitaries for the reasons that were outlined by Kim Curry on Friday evening. We looked at the enabling services, and that's really, again, we had questions on whether those services would be outsourced. That is not the proposal. There wasn't a great deal of change, I don't think, as a result of that, but just some confirmation that, you know, it wasn't an outsourcing exercise. And off the top of my head, there's not much else that I think changed significantly. It was more a matter of clarification and making sure that some of the questions and concerns that were raised, you know, we could clarify our thought processes. Obviously, we've had questions on the community, working with the local communities and the towns and parishes. So we've tried to clarify that as well with our locality agreements. I'm not sure if any of my colleagues feel they can add anything further to that. I'll be more than happy to try and bring more information this afternoon if that is helpful. And as I say, the workstream leads will be there as well. But I think those are the main things. But I'm not sure if Mr. Brown or Mrs. Wellman could expand on that if I've missed things.
Mr. Brown.
Certainly, we prepared a set of slides which were spoken to at the briefing sessions that we had, and I can make those available to any councillor on this meeting that just basically set out in brief the improvements that were made since the outline business case through to the final business case, and it covers off all the issues of the improvements made in adult services, children's services, the devolution and investment, as well as the communities, local engagement, and the shared services and enabling services agenda. So if members would like those, I can circulate those through to you so you can see as a snapshot what the improvements were made through the engagement processes that we undertook. But basically, it was just to move the things on in reaction to the issues raised by members in overview and scrutiny meetings and other engagement sessions.
And it gave perhaps an insight, more of an insight into the actual combined authority plans that we would envisage for the future. Mr. Bamsey, did you want to say something?
Leader, I think you're quite on the devolution side. It very much demonstrated the agenda that was envisaged as being suitable for a very innovative devolution outcome. So that was very much what they were about there. So put very much flesh on the bones on devolution.
Thank you. And Mrs. Wellman.
Everything's been covered that I was going to mention. Thank you, Leader.
Thanks. I hope that goes by some way to help, and the slides will be available for members. Councillor Slocum.
Sorry, Leader. I just really wanted to say I think it's incredible how the district councils and how they've worked together so well, and it's not really incredible because they have always worked together, but we've worked in this way. We've come up with a great model for the 21st century, and I think it is absolutely amazing the work that's been done to produce a much better business case for two authorities, two unitaries, to work for the betterment of everyone in all of our communities. So I'm absolutely so pleased about this, and I just hope this goes forward. And there's I'm sure we will have no problem because the business case looks tremendous. Thank you.
Thank you. And Councillor Smedley, you've still got your hand up. Do you wish to come back? No. Okay. Fair enough. Thanks. Right, members of the executive. Then, any comments or questions? No. Are you happy, therefore, for me to put this to the vote and look forward to further debate this afternoon? Mr. Melhuish, how would you like to handle this?
Yes, Leader, members, I think if anybody wishes to abstain or vote against it to make themselves known, otherwise that doesn't happen. We can take that as a unanimous decision to go forward with the endorsement
Right.
of full council.
Members, does anyone wish to abstain or register their vote against the 7 recommendations before you this morning? No. In that case, Mr. Melhuish.
Yes, thank you very much. So that the 7 recommendations are unanimously carried, and the recommendation to endorse will go forward to the special full council meeting, which takes place at 2:30 this afternoon. Thank you very much, members.
Thank you. Therefore, there's no further business, but I would encourage members to read the 2 letters, or the letter from the County Council and the rebuttal that's before you in advance of the meeting this afternoon. With no further business then, I thank you very much for your attendance this morning and look forward to seeing you again this afternoon. And I'd just like to acknowledge that, like the Deputy Leader, the tremendous amount of work that's gone into the preparation of what I believe is a really serious contender and a good business case for the future of local government service delivery in Somerset.
Absolutely agreed. Thank you.
Agreed.
Thank you very much, and declare the meeting closed.